just going to lift the weight, I take like a challenge in my mind between me and the weight. I just look at the bar and I say, my target to beat you right now, and I will.
Hello again, the penultimate full
5 minutes
day
remaining
of
for
the
changes in the first attempt.
individual competition.
Now my career is
of the
18 years.
World Powerlifting Championships. It's day 7 fully,
I have still participated
and we have 2 more competitions coming today.
in the sport.
Women's 67 kilo final, there are 15 in that, followed by the men's 59 kilo. So again, we'll have some really interesting names in this, and actually, in this upcoming women's final, it's 67 kilos, a double Chinese battle. And it does not end there. Really good competition to date. Just when you think you've seen everything. And at this new venue as well. So again, if you're somewhere around the Dubai area, you're watching online, there is TV coverage on Dubai TV as this, and you are very welcome. This very central location in Dubai city centre, the Hilton Al Habtoor City, by the canal. A couple of metro stops away from the Burj Khalifa. So the women's 67 kilo final it is. There are 2 groups in it, and we'll be meeting the field in a few moments' time. So here's the field in Group B. We start with Karen Morisaki of Japan, Maki Michia of Georgia. Made her international debut at the Tbilisi World Cup, and look at her now competing in the World Championship. Let's take a look at the various record holders as well. Tan Yu Zhao, record from 5 years ago. She is in this. Mariana D'Andrea, we've already seen get her crushing glory records as well. We will not be seeing Kata Berieva today. We will be seeing Amalia Perez. She'll be lifting in about an hour, so I should start writing my notes about her now. It might be finished in time. Here's Fatma Omar as well, of Egypt, who is the African record holder. Group A, very hot Fernandez of Colombia, Liao Lai, Tan Yu Zhao, Amalia Perez, Costa of Brazil, Lucy Jike, Posh Politova as well.
No more changes to the first session.
So Group B, 7 minutes, and the athletes are forthcoming.
For the women's 67 kilogram category, Group B. Representing Japan, Karen Morisaki. Representing Georgia,
Karen Morisaki of Japan,
Shia.
lifetime best of 70. So she'll be going for 71 in the opening round, or at least officially she will. Marka Kvincia of Georgia, already mentioned, but we'll mention her a lot more later. For India, Rajamani Kasturi.
Haifa Al-Nakbi.
For the United Arab Emirates, Haifa Al-Nakbi. From Indonesia, Southeast Asian champion, Sheprioni. For Korea, Kim Hyung-hui. And Tatiana Shrikalava of Ukraine wraps up the field. And this is Group B. Group A we'll see in around 45 minutes time for this women's 67 kilo final. And it is the last women's event before the team competitions on Wednesday to wrap up this competition.
Now the ladies are headed back. They'll finish off whatever warm-ups they have left. The first one to go will have maybe one left. The last one to go probably is about 3/4 of the way through, and so has a little bit more to do. They'll pick up their stuff, they'll move into the next room, and be prepared to start.
Referee's time. 2 groups in this, so this is the first draw of 2. And here's who we have.
Let's meet our officials.
For Group B, that's coming up. I nearly said Group D, but we wouldn't have time for that. So the Group B referees, starting off with the chief referee, the centre referee from Italy, Chiara Cifarelli. The left side referee from Iran is Hadis Shukauhi. And the right side referee from Yemen is Yasser Musla. Technical controller for this final from Greece is Pascalina Nerenzaki. And the technical delegate for the competition is Zita Gerko of Hungary. So there we go, low again from Will Downing and Mary Hodge in central Dubai. And this women's 67 kilo final is on the way.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Is that all you got? Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best and the rest in. No question. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So another day, another afternoon session. All started last Tuesday with the Junior World Championships, the elite competition on Wednesday, and suddenly we're into a new week. 9 days in total, these championships. And the countdown can now begin.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for some powerlifting? Spot loaders, please load the bar to 71 kilograms, rack height 12. bar is now loaded. For her first attempt, representing Japan, Karen Morisaki.
So here we are. And we start off with Karen Morisaki of Japan, the first of the 15 campaigners here. And she's starting off with a lift of 71, so this is already an attempt at a new lifetime best. Fifth at the last Asian Games in Jakarta in 2018, with the next shindig coming up in a couple of months' time in Anju. Twice a World Junior Championship silver medalist. Actually bronze last December in the Dubai World Cup. She lives in Moriyama. Takeyoshi Okamoto and Kyole Kubo have been her coaches. And ready to go for an attempt at 71 to get this final on. She's allowing the clock wind down a bit, but at the moment she's perfectly fine. And 71 to begin. Get the competition on. We're going to go to the flags for the first for Morisaki, and it is 2 white flags. Referees, you see, are looking downwards, so they're not copying each other's homework. And Morisaki gets it, gets the lift. She seems to have picked up another white light as well. Anyway, good lift, good news.
Great
Morisaki.
lift. Flat on the chest, straight up drives, and locks it back. I also really like her preparation. She really hyperextended that chest, really got her legs dug into the bench, and she was ready to go. Nice work.
So now for Georgia, Maka Kvincia, 75 she's aiming for, and we've seen quite a bit of her this year already. Bronze in the World Cup in Belize, in Georgia, and then actually she ended up in Veracruz in Mexico at the World Cup there 2 months ago. She finished 6th there. This is her first major championship. So she's been well primed.
She's taking her time getting herself set up. She's measured where her body exactly is going to be. Now she's pulled herself back so that she's exactly where she wants to be under the bar. Typically somewhere between the eyes and the mouth is where most athletes want the bar, so that when they take it out over the rack, it comes exactly over their chest area.
So Kvincia to start on 75 for Georgia, which would be a lifetime best. For Kvincia, and we're going to go to the flags to see if she gets that. And that's 3 white flags, so that's good for Kvincia. Successful, good lift for Maka Kvincia. Well, she is 20 years old, by the way. And what a great breakthrough for her this year in international powerlifting competition.
Really nice attempt. She really took her time on the way down. She's probably going to want to speed that up by her second or third attempt because she's going to start to lose power, but that was fantastic. Clean, crisp, all the way down. Nice hold on the chest, straight up. Couldn't ask for better.
So now Kasturi Rajamani, who we first saw at the Asia Oceania Championships last year, but she was unable to register a mark, unfortunately, going for 87 here, which would be a lifetime best. Originally was looking at 90 was Kasturi Rajamani, who wants to start instead at 87. So something a bit more manageable.
She's strapped in and ready to go.
Rajamani, 87.
Getting her breathing in order, making sure she's ready to execute this attempt.
Still got a lot of time on the side anyway. 30 seconds for Rajamani for India of 87 kilos. And that's a good lift. 3 white lights for Rajamani. That'll be a lifetime best as well for her. Has to be. She didn't get any last year in Korea.
Absolutely perfect. Brings it down, holds it nice and motionless on the chest, drives it straight back up. Really nice.
So 87 for Rajamani to lead for India. Nice lift. So Haifa Al Naqvi for the United Arab Emirates. Bronze in the last 2 Asian Games. A couple of bronzes in the Asia Oceania Championships as well. Bronze in the European Opens in 2015. And back for an IWAS title at the end of last year. The World Ability Sport Crown. So it's going to be known as from now on. Normally we do see her going in a bit higher from Khor Fakhan. Silver in the West Asian Games in 2019, so she's still picking up top titles as Al Naqvi at the age of 42. Still plenty of time on her side.
Yep, no need to rush.
Well, here she is, starting at 90 for the lead. Haifa Al Naqvi. And that too is a good lift. 3 out of 3. Al Naqvi, here's 3 out of 3.
That was beautiful. Comes down, nice and tight on the chest, holds it, presses straight up. Really nice. She also took her time. Half of the fight here is mental. And so when the athletes take a minute to collect themselves mentally, they've already got half the game won. Nicely done.
Well, so far so good for Haifa Al Naqvi. The Southeast Asian champion the last 2 years, Shebrioni. Going for 95 here. Victory in the last few weeks in Phnom Penh. Last year in Solo in Cambodia, and also gold in the Tbilisi World Cup back in April. Katno has been her coach. There she is in terms of the race to the Asian Para Games. She's in 7th spot for that. And a lot of familiar names around that too, so there's a little bit more at stake from her point of view. There's certain others that she will want to surpass in order to be certainly there, because she has not been in an Asian Para Games before. She's only been on the international scene the past couple of years. Those 2 Southeast Asian Games, there was a 5-year break for that, a 5-year break for the Asian Para Games, which are on in Hangzhou in 2 months' time. Last one, 2018. Massive gap between 2017 and 2022 for the Southeast Asian Games. Shebrioni, no worries at all. 95! She's got it! And Shebrioni is into the lead.
And And she's taking great care to take her time on the way down, hold it on the chest, drive it straight back up. That is an excellent lift. That's what we call textbook. That's one that everybody should watch when they want to learn how to powerlift. Excellent.
Yeah, Sheprioni succeeding. It's been a good year for her already. Now, for Korea, Kim Hyung-hui, bronze in the Asia Oceania Championships last year when she lifted 113. She'd been there before the 4th championships in which she'd won bronze, and in a row as well without fail. Bronze in the last Asian Games. That's something big for her to aim for soon. And not just that. She has been a twice Paralympian and looking for the hat-trick now next year.
And it's out.
So she comes for 100. And that too is a good lift. Kim Hyung-hui clears 100. Now her lifetime best we have down as 113, so she's a long way to go in terms of her top mark, but that's a good way of going about it.
And you remember, even though her stop was faster on the chest, the rule is just a definite stop between the descent and the ascent. She did a really nice job with that.
So last to go in this round for Ukraine, Tatiana Shirokalava. She's going for 115, and the lowest mark at the moment in Group A is 120. The European champion, lifting 115 in Tbilisi last year. That her second European title from Zaporizhzhia, the Enver Sport Club, and Maxim Nerobalshchuk and Alexandra Alfirov have been her coaches for a few years. World bronze in her career previously too. There you go, 115. We have not had a single miss yet in this competition. That is a super lift. Well played. Well played, everyone.
That was absolutely beautiful. Just perfect. We've had a couple of just perfects here now, which is amazing. Here it comes down, tight and straight up. Really nice.
As we go back to Karen Murasaki of Japan, having cleared 71 in the opening round. Looking now for 73. Obviously the total lift has an importance here too, as we're seeing a lot of movement up from Group B. I have to say probably a lot more than we did in the regional championships, the continental championships last year. Maybe there's more going for broke in the heavier groups, heavier weight classes, heavier weight divisions, and all the Group A's. And this for 71.
One remaining.
Well, here she is, 71 already, 73 for Murasaki. She'll stay where she is in terms of 7, but obviously will climb up in terms of the total lift. And she's punched through that really well, Murasaki, for 73. And that's a good lift as well. It's working out well, 2-1 in her favour. The one against was the stop sequence and the press, but she got the other two in her favor, and that's the way you want it. If you're going to have two votes against you, make sure they're from the same person. And in this case, she did.
That was really great. What you'll see when she presses up, her leg moves, and that was probably the press sequence infraction. Here she is, down, stops, presses straight up. Actually, you can't see it on this part of the video, but her leg did move. Nicely done.
Second attempt for Georgia from Maka Kvincia, the new world junior champion in the next gen. On the opening day of these championships, officially was day 0. Didn't feel like a day 0, it went on a bit. So this for 80, again this is lifetime best territory. The new world next gen champion she is.
What's nice about this for her, she's had a number of days now to recuperate and probably train a little bit, so she is very well rested and prepared for this because it's been enough days since day 0 to now.
Well, here she comes for 80. Being very careful with it, as obviously always will be the case, but it's amazing how you can get somebody to come in and do a couple of World Cups and it really boosts the confidence. And look at that, she's lifting 80. Well done.
Just phenomenal, just phenomenal. So perfect. Out of the rack, straight down, completely motionless on her chest, no doubt about it, and drives it straight up. That was just beautiful.
She was going for much lower weights earlier during the World Cups, particularly Belisi, but that's how you just get people trained up for competition, and now she's lifting 80. So this is Katsuri Rajamani, who's going here for 95. And by the way, in a lot of cases, when you're looking at lower weights being attempted, very, very low weights. Ah, there you go, yeah. That's a video call that he wasn't expecting. A lot of the lower body weights will be from coordination impairment athletes, cerebral palsy, and so on. Because there's a lot of body strength that is it's not going to be as possible. So for 95, Rajamani. She's still got 30 seconds, so she's got time on her side. Kasturi Rajamani, who's already scored 87 here. This for 95. Well, things went wrong in the Asia Oceania Championships. They're going very right here. And that helps. 3 white lights to Rajamani. 95.
That was really fantastic. She just took such good care on the way down, really was careful with her timing, stopped on the chest and drove it straight up. That was great.
Yep. Kasturi Rajamani, very successful. Haifal Naqvi coming up now. So we've had 10 lifts out of 10 so far in this competition. They've pitched themselves really well. We saw a lot like this in the earlier women's final with so many successful lifts in the first round and a half, and then he went in the opposite direction. A lot of A lot of gambling, if you like, going on. Going in too high and not being able to get the weight in. So Nakpi, who has picked up bronze at the Asian Games in Asia Oceania Championship, 6th in the Paralympics in 2016. It is her 3rd World Championships.
And she's back in position. The coach is strapping her right mid-thigh. And she's to the minute mark, plenty of time.
Al Nakpi going for 95. Working hard to keep that even on the way up. She didn't. 2 and against. Left side and centre referees voting her down on it, and that is the first miss. 2 and against.
Let's see what happened here in the replay.
The ball is now loaded. For her second attempt representing Indonesia, Shipioni.
She comes down, tight on the chest, perfect. And on the way up, the right side just reaches before the left. She also accentuates that left by doing an up and down motion in her elbow, which is also not allowed. Hopefully she will be able to come back and get that on her 3rd attempt.
Well, this is Shebrioni now. After Al Nakpi missed at 95, Shebrioni for 98.
She's tightening those wrist wraps, making sure she's got plenty of support in her wrist area.
Going up to 105 in the Asian Para Games final a few weeks ago in Phnom Penh. And she won the total lift as well. She got everything in. Finished ahead of Bibiana Ahmad of Malaysia. And in terms of the total lift, Tran Thi Chau of Vietnam. So 98 for Shebrioni. And that is a good lift, 2-1 in her favour. Shebrioni, again, she takes the lead in terms of the total lift on 193. So only 1 miss in the entire competition. So all but one have got all of their lifts in. So we may see a big assault from this group on the total lift competition.
Really nicely done. She's consulting with the coach on the way down what her next attempt will be. She brings it down, nice and tight on the chest and straight up. Also of note, she has no straps on her legs whatsoever and keeps them completely motionless. That's so hard to do. Very well done.
So the return of Kim Yeonhui of Korea going for 105. Five Asian level bronze medals. Our highest world championship finish. This is her 6th. And in 2017, she was 7th. Park Kun-young has been her coach for quite a number of years.
She's sat on the side, gotten her mental together. Now she's laying back, getting prepared physically to execute this lift.
She's based in Gwangju, and her husband, Park Hwang-hyuk, also a powerlifter. He was in the 04 Paralympic Games in Athens. She herself doing fabulously. Look at that, 119. Tremendous. So only 1 miss in the entire competition, and Kim continues gloriously.
That was great. She was so confident too, which was really amazing. Great work. Down, nice and tight, and drives it straight up. No hesitation. Fantastic.
For representative representing Ukraine, Tatiana Shirokova.
And so the smelling salts that you see the Ukraine coach using, they are allowed. They're only smelling salts.
Well, now this is quite a tale. Tatiana Shirokalava is going for a European record. This is for 119. I cannot tell you the last time we had an out-and-out definitive continental record, if ever, coming out of Group B or anything outside of Group A. The European record held by Keda Beryeva of Russia, set in Astana at the Worlds 4 years ago. Tatiana Shirokalava of Ukraine for 119. And she has it. And she has it. European record goes to Ukraine. Tatiana Shirokalava. Good heavens. 119. And Shirokalava has whisked that away. She came in very high. And the European record goes.
That was just flawless. Comes down, holds it tight, drives it back up. That was just superb. Nicely done.
Karen Murasaki of Japan returning. So only Haifel Nakbi here is not looking for a massive tally in the total competition. The other 6 are still able to get all 3 lifts in. Murasaki's the first of those, going here for 75. For Japan, the former World Junior silver medalist, she's the Japan champion again, bronze in that Dubai World Cup last year.
Keep in mind, the coaches that are coaching Group A will be watching the last 2 to 3 lifters, because they know those 2 to 3 lifters potentially in total overall could beat out their athletes.
And look at how much time she's got left in terms of this lift. And there's so many who'll let the clock wind down. And she got into position straight away. And she's got all the time in the world.
And she does a really nice job with her setup.
So Murasaki, 74 seconds to go. That's not going to make it. Murasaki misses out. Well, all the final round lifts will have a lot at stake in terms of the total competition, and this is the first to miss out.
Just runs out of steam there, right at the halfway mark, and that is just such a common error. You see it a lot in training, especially when athletes are doing what we call reps, which is repetitive up and down, up and down, up and down with no stop. By their last sets of reps, they just get tired. Oftentimes, coaches will use blocks to get that out of their training. Nice try.
So Gvincia for 83, this to take the lead in the total lift competition. She's progressed really tremendously. She started in the Tbilisi World Cup at the start of the year with a lift of 53, then went to 58, went to Veracruz, lifted 65, didn't get any over to heavier lifts, so now she's gone 75 and 80, and now she's moving on up to 83. This for the lead in the total lift. Well, now that press they'll have watched closely. And they'll be watching it even more closely because they've dug the flags out. Here we go. Good lift, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. That is awesome. So she leads the total lift. There was only one vote against in the press, which was actually from the angle that we have. We're sat behind the right side referee here. And it did look from the right, not the Mae West, but from the other angles, all good.
Yes, and we saw that earlier where the bar on the way up swayed back a little bit, but the athlete keeps it moving straight. So as long as it keeps it moving straight and doesn't hit the rack, that is a good attempt. So very nicely done on her part.
So Kvincia has lifted 238. Heifel Nakby got stuck on 95 in the second round, didn't get it, so she's going for it again. But her chances in terms of the total lift are gone. This will keep her in 5th place in the group. She would match Kasturi Rajamani, who got there first.
She's tightening her wrist straps, getting her mind set. Oftentimes the coaches will have a couple of last-minute words. You don't want to say a lot because you don't want the athlete focusing on their words. It's just basic things that you want them to remember, hype them up, so on.
Heifel Nakby going for 95 then for a 3rd and last attempt. And always when you're in a group like this, when everybody else is succeeding, and if you have a little slip earlier on, then you are not going to catch up. That's the problem. So going again for 95. Well, she's pushed through well. She's got the press complete at 95. And 2 have voted against her on that press. Misses out, so that's 2 at the same mark in which she's not got.
And if you watch the right side, you see the left extends much faster than the right. The right was far behind it. That's unfortunate. She worked really hard. She's now going to really have to go back and just work a little bit on that side.
Representing India, Kasturi Rajamani.
Kasturi Rajamani aiming to be the 4th to break through the 100-point barrier. Actually the 3rd. Cebrioni's looking for 101 as well, but she'll be lifting next, so Rajamani would skip the queue ahead of her. So this looking to go into the top 3. If Cebrioni stays at 101, then she would go 4th if Rajamani gets this. And also at stake here, the lead in the total lift. And it would be a big lead. She's a margin of around 12-13 kilos per attempt over Maka Kvincia. And in fact, this one is 18 kilos heavier than Kvincia's last attempt, which was 83, so a total of 238 for her. Rajamani would go up to 283 here. Still a decent amount of time on her side to get all 3 lifts in, which is such a contrast to Piantake a year ago. She's developed really well. Here she is going for 101. Trying to keep the smooth lines going. And she has. It's a big lead in the total lift, 283. Rajamani lifts 101 for the first time in her career.
Straight down, goes up, sways back a little, but keeps driving it forward and locks it out. That was really nice. No hitting the racks, just perfect. Really nicely done.
So now Cebriani of Indonesia. She too going for 101. If she gets this, she takes the lead in terms of the total lift. But Rajamani's already hit 101, so Shebrioni would be going fourth and staying fourth. This is where she is in terms of the race to Anju and the Asian Para Games. Okay for the moment. She should be there. Tan and Liao we see later. Tosh Bulakova.
She's getting those wrist wraps nice and tight to ensure the support she wants to have with the bar. And now she's prepared to her mental, and then she'll lay down and get ready to get this out of the rack.
So 101 for Shebrioni to match Rajamani. And here she comes. Well, she's got that. She's got the lead in the total lift. It's going to be the flags. And 3 white flags for Shebrioni. 101.
Down. Noticeable stop, and off she goes. Very nice. Really nicely done. And even though she was a little fast on the chest, she just has to make sure there's a stop between the descent and the ascent, and she did it. Nicely done.
294 in the total lift for Indonesia. She leads that by 11. Kim Young-hui could overtake her. Tatiana Shirokalava could overtake her. Kim first going for 110. This is just below her lifetime best. If she gets this, she takes the lead in terms of the total lift. She's perfectly fine in terms of the race to Anju. Safe in fourth. There's nothing in the calendar for the next couple of months. This for 110. And she would have a total lift of 315 to take the lead in that competition. So 315. Looking to stay stable and steady. Does it on the way up. On the up sweep from Kim. And she's made her work. Kim with 110 has a total lift of 315, and she's in the lead in that.
Just made it look easy. Straight on the chest, straight up. Such wonderful body positioning. Chest up high. Nice seat below her spine. Terrific.
And Kim is in the Legends competition as well. And there are 3 in it in Group A. But she leads the total lift of 315, and she leads the Legends total lift as well. Another European record attempt coming. That's woken her up. Tatiana Shirokalava. 125 this is. 6 on top of her previous European records. 125. This would also give her a whopping lead in terms of the total lift. 125 is at the moment only being outclassed, out-attempted by the 2 from China, Liao and Tan, as it stands in Group A in their opening attempt. This is Shirokalava. Obviously that can change. 125. Oh, she's making it. She's making it. Well, those elbows will have been studied, and she got the lift in the end, and that is no lift on the press.
That was close. In the end, one side locked out before the other. The right side hit before the left, but boy, was she close. That was really a valiant effort. Nicely done.
Well, a total lift of 234 for Shirokalava, so that means that Kim leads the total lift going into Group A. And Group A begins in 15 minutes. There's nobody in the tunnel. Not yet. Shirokalava, 119, European record, leads. At the end of Group B, never seen that before. Kim in second for Korea, 110. Rajamani third for India, 101. The total lift led by Kim, 315. Then it's Shebrioni, 294. And Rajamani third on 283. And Group A will begin in quarter of an hour. Women's 67 kilo final at half-time. We're heading for Group A shortly. Some of the biggest names, the best names that have ever been seen in the sport. And here they are: Berta Fernandez, Liao Liai, Tanya Zhao, Amalia Perez, Lucia Gique, three-time world champion, three-time Paralympic champion, Pospolitova of Uzbekistan, Maria Costa de Castro of Brazil. And the heaviest attempt will be coming from Berta Fernandez, 130. Serious stuff. And a run through the record holders. The world record held by Tanya Zhao, 140.5, set at the last Asian Para Games, October 2018 in Jakarta. It's obviously the Asian record as well. European record is gone. Now 190, and going to Ukraine in that Group B from Tatiana Shirokalava. And we'll be meeting the athletes shortly.
Attention coaches, 1 minute remaining for changes to the first attempt. Attention coaches, no more changes to the first attempt. Let's meet our athletes for the women's 67 kilogram category, Group A. Representing Uzbekistan, Kudratoy Doshpolatova.
So here comes the field. Kudratoy Doshpolatova of Uzbekistan, Asia Oceania silver medalist.
Lucia Gique.
Lucia Gique, the three times world, three times Paralympic champion. For Brazil, Maria Costa de Castro.
Representing Mexico, La Reina Amalia
It is Amalia Perez, the four-time Paralympic, four-time world champion.
Yu Jiao Tan.
Tanya Zhao, the world record holder,
Representing China,
silver
Liao.
at the last World Championships.
And representing
Liao Lai.
Colombia, Berta Cecilia Fernandez.
Silver in the last Oceania Championships, and Berta Fernandez coming out for Colombia.
Your athletes for the women's up to 67 kilogram category.
Little slip up for her in the last few World Cups, but she is the reigning America's champion. There's a brilliant field of 7. That's very magnanimous. Lucia Gique being helped away by Doshpolatova of Uzbekistan. They've all won major championship medals. They're all immensely talented. This should be fun.
And they head back. Most of them probably have no more warm-ups to do at this point, and they're going to take their kit and head to the next room to prepare and be ready to be called for this tournament in less than 2.5 minutes.
And let's meet our officials.
So the referees have been chosen. And here they come.
Our officials for this session are chief referee from
So the
Greece,
chief referee, the centre referee from Greece, Nikolaos
Kazantsis.
Kazantsis. Left side referee from Malaysia, Husari Azizuddin. Right hand side referee from Korea, Kim Yeon-jung.
Technical
controller for this final, Pascalina Nerentaki from Greece, and the technical delegate from Hungary is Zita Gierko. Ready to go. This should be quite a hot final.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger? You push harder? Is that all you got? Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger? You push harder? Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best and the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So ready to go, a plethora of world champions and a direct clash of Tan and Liao for China, with Amalia Perez, with Berta Fernandez, Lucia Zhike. Absolutely fantastic.
Welcome to the Dubai 2023
Barely
Powerlifting World Championship.
a warm-up needed, they know what to do. This should be an astonishing competition. We're ready to go.
Are you ready for some powerlifting? Spot loaders, please on the bar to 115 kilograms, rack height 13. The bar is now loaded. For her first attempt, representing Uzbekistan, Kudratoy Tushputova.
So, first to go for Uzbekistan, it is Kudratoy Toshpolatova, silver in the Asia Oceania Championships, just gone in Pyeongtaek last year, 11th in Aroli World Championships today. Anvar Kodjayev has been her coach. First came up in the Asia Oceania Championships actually in 2015 when they were held in Almaty, and she finished 6th in that.
She's getting focused, staring down that bar, letting it know who's going to be in control here, and then she'll get herself strapped up shortly.
Well, it is a tremendous field here. Tushpolatova, who's 27 years old, starting off with an attempt of 115.
She's getting her body set, chest up high, digging down into that bench so that she can get as high as she can. Shoulders, the buttocks, the feet, head have to stay on the bench at all times during the lifting proper.
$115, Toshpolatova. She started quickly, and she has started well. 115 for Toshpolatova. Good start for the Uzbek. And remember the top mark in the previous group, 119, the European record by Shirokalava. Toshpolatova with 115.
Nice attempt, straight on the chest, drives it up. Really nicely done. Perfect setup, perfect attempt, just wonderful. Very nice. And we're off with grade A group.
So next up for Brazil, it's Maria Costa de Castro. Made her debut at the European Open Championships in Tbilisi last year. Didn't register a mark. She's been in World Cups since then. The Futsal World Cup here, which she won the bronze medal late December. Brazilian champion in April. Really mixing it among illustrious names, astonishingly good names. Some of the best that we've ever had across the board.
And she's strapped in and helped by Coach Junior to hyperextend that back to get a nice, great arch.
Well, there she comes straight away, 115. And that is a good lift. 3 white lights for Maria Costa de Castro. She's got it. 115.
Straight down, drives it straight up. Just couldn't ask for a better attempt than that. That was wonderful. Nicely done. And now that first one is over and she's really ready to go now. The first ones are always tough because you have a lot of excitement and anxiety, and you just need to get in and get it technically accurate, and then you can play.
The reigning African and world champion, the 3-time world champion, the 3-time Paralympic champion. She's won the last 3 world crowns. Paralympic gold, Rio 2016, Beijing 2008, Athens 04, Commonwealth Games silver in 2018. Patience, Kivit and Temitop Okay are coaching her these days. 3 world golds in a row. And in terms of the Paralympic Games, 6 times she's competed and she has won a medal each time. And her lowest result coming in Tokyo 2 years ago when she won the bronze. It's been gold or silver all the way before that. And she's going for 120 here.
She's ensuring to getting her strapping properly, widening her legs so that her hips are wider so she doesn't go from side to side when she takes that bar out. She's got her waist belt on nice and tight to push that air up into her chest. She's just ready to go.
So here she is. It's a good mark to be aimed for. 120 Lucy's GK. .120. It is a belting fight. 7-way fight for the medals. Got it! 3 white lights. Lucy GK is away. And she leads on 120.
And isn't that something? A 7-way fight for medals. But that is the truth. Beautiful. Straight, nice, locked out, straight up, just beautiful. And she's ready to go. Nicely done. She's conferred with her coach. He's gone ahead to put in her next attempt. Remember, they only have 1 minute from when they get off the bench. And 1 minute can go very quickly. Nice job.
Representing Mexico,
It is Amalia Perez, the 4-time world, 4-time Paralympic, 3-time Americas, 4-time Pan Am champion. She holds all those titles. She's the America's record holder. Gold in the last 4 Paralympic Games in a row. 2 of the last 3 World Championships. Her first world title, 1998. So she's competed in every one that she could have. 94 was men only. 4 Pan Am golds, 3 America's golds. Basically, she has won every America's title that's been available, certainly in the current system. There was, I think, a one-off America's Championship in 03. But as it is, she's won the lot. But there is such a collision of massive names here. Just kind of wonder. Somebody's got to miss out. She's going for 124, Perez. Basically, there's only 4 kilos between the top 4. Don't forget a really high mark of 119, European record for Shirokalava, which was in the previous group. So Perez, 124. She makes that look good. 2-1 in a favor. Body sequence against her from the center referee. But she has done brilliantly. 124, and she is in, and she is there, and she leads.
And she made that look easy. Down on the chest, straight up, locks out. Really nice. Not exactly sure where the body sequence issue with the center referee saw. Perhaps her head moved. Not positive. Either way, she got the 2 whites, and she moves on and makes it look easy.
Three to lift in this opening round. So for China, Liao Liei, the Asia Oceania silver medalist, 4th in the last Worlds, but now hoping that this is her time. She's going for 126. And this will be a major leap up in terms of what's been achieved before. She and Tan will be at the Asian Para Games. You can't see it going any other way. Tan and Liao, and we see Tan in a moment.
She's getting prepared, mentally focusing, ready to lay back and attack this bar. She's strapped in, she's ready to go. Plenty of time.
Well, this is it, 126, Liao Liei. Oh, good grief, so quick. She got the lift done so fast and so clean. 3 white lights, 126. This is fantastic.
Straight down, stop in motion, straight back up, locks it out. Fast work, but technically accurate, and she moves on. Nicely done.
For her first attempt representing Colombia, Berta Cecilia Fernandez Orengo.
So coming out with the Colombian national team coach Jefferson, it's Berta Fernandez, the America's champion, the Pan Am champion, South American Games champion in 2014, from Medellin, as it's referred to in Europe, Medellin in Colombia. From Valle de Causa. This to match Liao on 126, so she would go second. Perez currently second on 124. There she goes, 126. And pushing through well. We've not had a miss yet. Technically, it has been perfect. That continues the run. 126. And she goes alongside Liao Lie. It's second position for her in what is such a strong, strong final.
Simply stupendous. Straight down, locked out on the chest, drives it straight up, locks it out.
This is Tan Yu Zhao of China, the three-time world champion, the reigning Asian Games, Asia Oceania, and Paralympic champion. We are seeing such a confluence of world and Paralympic champions in this division here, and she is the world record holder as well, which is 140.5, set in the last Asian Games in Jakarta 5 years ago.
One of the things we notice, each and every one of these women is taking a few seconds to collect their mental self before they lay down. That's really important to note. Your mental is half the game, and they know what to do. Nice job.
$128 for Tan Yu Zhao to lead Liao Lie and Berta Fernandez by 2. Tan on 128.
And it's out.
Well, such a real strain. But she has gone so much heavier before. And that is a good lift. So the reigning Asian Games champion, who had the heaviest lift in this division ever, in winning that, gets this.
And she was so controlled on her way down, just really took care, held it on the chest motionless, and then just drove it straight up. That was excellent. That timing was unbelievable. So hard to control it like that on the way down, hold it so tight, and still just blow it up to the ceiling. Nicely done.
The ball is now moving. For second attempt representing Uzbekistan, Kudratoy Toshpulatova.
So Kudratoy Toshpulatova for Uzbekistan, going for 118 again. That fine display and winning the silver at the Asia Oceania Championships. Anvar Kodayev was her coach for there. It was a really good cap of her career, having previously competed at the last World Championships and finished 11th in that, but she's not going to finish 11th here. She's third in the race to Hangzhou, but she's going to be there. There's no worry about that. Now Paris, that's a different story. 7th spot, Kim in 8th, Costa in 6th. And that's why she's here. And Costa is looking to go very heavy in comparison in the next round.
Really taking her time, collecting herself, making sure she's thought out exactly what she wants to do here. And she's mentally prepared. Now she's going to retighten those wrist wraps for as much support as possible.
She's going here for 118. No miss yet in this competition, in this group. and going for 118.
So a little slow down on the way up there. Let's see.
Got it. That's 3 out of 3. Just Polotova, successful. Gets 118. And we still have not had a miss out of the 8 attempts in this Group A.
So excellent. Even though she slowed down, and hopefully we'll see on the replay, she obviously kept it moving. Stop on the way up. She slows down, but she keeps driving, and that's the most important part. Locks it out, and there it is. Nicely done. So well executed.
The standard has been immensely high, and this is who's coming up now. Maria Costa de Castro of Brazil. Well, a major championship debut was at the European Open in Tbilisi, where she didn't register a mark. It's quite a place for her to come onto the scene. Had bronze at the Dubai World Cup last year. And she is now the Brazilian champion. 121 her targets. This will put her into 5th place. And we can concentrate on the best lifts shortly. That's being led by Kim on 3:15. Kim Hyung-hui. Well, if she gets this, she also climbs up to 5th in the race to Paris. And there's a lot of stake in being the top Chinese as well, because there's only 1 per country allowed in, and Liao, despite having the 3rd heaviest weight, would not make it unless Tan doesn't for some reason. So Maria Costa de Castro, 121 for a lifetime best. Well, coming to the flags to see if she can make it, and the wait continues. And it's 3 white flags to Maria Costa de Castro. Lifetime best, that is an immense lift.
Just unbelievable. Drives it up. Complete stop on the chest. Really well timed on the way down. Just perfect. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. These women are putting on a show today.
What a magnificent effort by Maria Costa de Castro. So she goes 5th. Lucia Gique, with all of her global goals, is in 6th position. Going back to Sydney 2000, she has medalled there and all Paralympic Games since.
If this lift is successful, it will be
125 is her target here. And this would be a new Legends African record to beat the mark of Fatma Omar, who set it in winning gold ahead of Ajike at the African Championships in Cairo. So this is 125, but this to move her up into 4th, 1 kilo behind silver and bronze. They're 126. And in order to get above them, she has to go for 127. 126 would still be 4th place, but 125 is a nice stepping stone. Fatma Omar, 123, the Legends African record, set in Cairo, and then a winning gold in the previous African Championships in Algeria. Fatma Omar with the outright African record, 135. Ajike, 3 world golds in a row. And ready for a record attempt that would put her 1 kilo away from the top 3 in this World Championship final. Loads of time on her side. That usual careful, steady style on the way down. What she's done on the way up The press looked a little bit sloppy. We'll see. Maybe she had kept it tidy enough, but anyway, it's a flag situation. It wasn't a great press at all. It's 3 reds, and that is the first miss in this group, astonishingly.
And that was a fair call. You see, she comes off her chest great, and on her right side, she starts to lag, and then her left side, she pushes harder. The left side locks out before the right, and that would be a no lift. They must lock out together. Nice try, though, and clearly she's strong enough. She knew it, though. You could tell by her face. So she knows what to do to make this right for her 3rd attempt.
Yeah, that one was not working out at all. It was really uneven on the way up and then began to slide back.
Oftentimes when that happens, it's the setup in the shoulders, and perhaps her shoulders just weren't dug in deep enough. And so when she came off her chest, it was uneven.
Berta Fernandez finding this a very emotional experience. She going for 1:26. This is for an America's record to break that of the great Amalia Perez. 128 is the America's record, the Legends World Record. And Berta Fernandez maybe now realizes just what rarefied climbs she is in. This to go into the gold medal position in the World Championship. Jessica Ferrero having a really good look at this. Not the only one. This for the lead to go into the gold medal position to set a new America's record, a new Legends World Record. Perez set all of those in Dubai at the World Cup last December. So Fernandez aiming for the lift of her life. And this would send her into the gold medal position. She's got that one raised at the very least, 129. She'll have to wait for a few more seconds. It's going to go to the flags. Berta Fernandez, a massive lift, a massive result. 2-1, America's record, Legends World Record. She goes into the gold medal position for Colombia. An amazing lift. And she now leads. 1 round to go.
That was amazing, just amazing. She brings it down, nice and tight on the chest, straight up. She got 1 red, not exactly sure where that was, but either way, she got 2 whites. She's broken the record, well deserved, nicely done.
And so, having seen her records broken, Amalia Perez has to react to come out, and because it's the middle round, 129 is what she's stuck on. She was planning a record attempt. This would be a record equal for Perez, but because Fernandez has done it, Perez being the second person to lift 129, this would put her into 2nd place. And there is a little bit more determination than usual in the face of Amalia Perez. And usually there's tons anyway. She's done it all, she's won it all. And now she finds herself stuck in one of the most spectacular World Championship finals that we could have seen. The standard immense.
She's ready.
$129 for Perez. So many records to her name in so many weight divisions. And just the confluence of events right now that there's two of the best Chinese lifters around. They don't send people into Group B. Two world champions clashing, the European champion in the previous round, European record in the previous round. We've two reigning Paralympic champions, two reigning world champions here. This is it. 129 for Perez to equal the America's record that we've just seen. It would put her in second place. She couldn't have thought she'd have been in a situation like this. Maybe she had planned for it. 129. That is a good lift. She left herself with 8 seconds to go. She basically breaks the America's record that she'd held before today, and it's still only second, and she's not the top American.
She was determined to get that. She was not going to be denied. That was unreal. She focused, she got down, she went to work. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
That is American in terms of the continent, obviously. It's just an extraordinary situation. So 1 and 2, Colombia and Mexico, they are both reigning Americas and Pan Am champions in different weight divisions. Tan and Liao for China still to lift. The Americas record has been broken twice, essentially. And we're not even done with round 2. It's Liao and Tan. Lucy Ujike is out of the equation in terms of the total lift. We will see both of these in Hangzhou at the Asian Para Games in a couple of months. Liao Liai going for 131. Who finished 4th in the World Championship final 2 years ago. And that is extraordinary in its own right. And Liao finished behind Kui Jianjin in the Asia Oceania final last year. She lifted 121. She's already gone way beyond that. Lifted 121 to finish 4th in this final when GK took gold on 126. Tan was second on 125. And already those marks have been surpassed in round 1. 131. Liao Liai. Had she got that even press right at the end, that shake of the right hand might suggest she's in a bit of bother. Well, no lift there, and a plethora of reasons, and all three referees have given different reasons for that.
She just rushed through it. She didn't have control on the way down. She didn't stop motionless, and on the way up, she lost control as well. And those are just 3 of the quick things that I saw. That just was not a great attempt. You can see she is wringing her right wrist. Hopefully it's okay, and just tweaked and she can come back.
Press sequence from one, stop sequence from another, and body sequence from our third referee, left to right. So they all voted it down, all for a different reason. It's very rare you see that, but from the 3 angles, you would have to say they were all correct. Tan Yu Zhao now. So Liao Liai will not be on the podium in the total lift. This is Tan Yu Zhao, 132. A world record 8.5 kilos above that back in the day when you can add a half on the powerlift for a record. Now it has to be a full leap of 1 kilo. This for 132, which would go way in excess of the winning mark 2 years ago. Lucy Ujike in this division is the defending champion, and she is 6th right now. And if she lifted 126 now, that would be 5th place. Liao Lai's already got there in the opening round, and she's in 4th. Tan is 3rd, 128 opening round. There's 132. This to take the lead at the end of round 2. Powerful lift. She's gone well above this before. Tan Yu Zhao, good lift, 132. Tan silver in this 2 years ago. She leads with a round left.
Beautiful. Brings it down, tight on the chest, straight up. That was marvelous. Her setup was incredible too. She made sure she hyperextended that chest and then reset because she wasn't pleased with what she had. That was great. That was really great.
So in terms of our lead, it's Tan Yu Zhao on 132, Bertha Fernandez 2nd on 129, Amalia Perez 3rd on 129, Liao Liai 4th on 126. So 132 leads, 129 right now is bronze, and there will be a 4-way charge for the medals and a 3-way jaunt for now for gold. Tospolatova of Uzbekistan to wrap up on 119. So now, Kim Hyung-hui has a total lift of 315. And there are 5 women still who can beat her from this group, who have their first 2 lifts in. Jike and Liao Liai are not. Tospolatova is the first of the 5 who can make it in. We will see her, we'll see Kim, we'll see Koshabieva certainly in the Asian Para Games.
This is going to be
going well.
Interesting too. They're on their 3rd attempts now. How long can all of these women continue to be perfect with this heavy weight? This is really, really going to be something interesting to watch.
So 119 for Kudrytoy Tospolatova. And she had that Asian Championship appearance in 2015, and then on the international scene we didn't see her again for 6 years. But she has returned with a bang. Tremendous success in the Asia Oceania Championships for the silver medal last year. So this for the lead and the total lift to go on to 354. Well, she's having the time of her life, the lifts of her life. Only 7 seconds to go in that, but she has pulled it out again. Tospolatova leads the total lift. She'll be in the top 5. And this has been a great World Championship performance from her. 119 matches the European record from earlier of Tatiana Shirokalava in terms of the marks. And it was the Ukrainian who got there first, so she is in 8th.
And she should celebrate. Straight down, tight on the chest, drives it up. Absolute perfection. There is not one thing about that attempt that is not perfect. Well done.
Lucia Jike is withdrawn. She will not lift again in this competition. The defending champion finishes in 6th position. So now we have 3 from the Americas lifting. The Americas record was 128. 129 was achieved twice in the 2nd round. There will be 3 attempts at that record in this round. And the first will come from Maria Costa de Castro for 130. The 29-year-old who's just burst onto the scene and literally She has just burst onto the scene. She made her debut last September in the European Open. Didn't register a mark. Her first marks were set in the Dubai World Cup last December when she won the bronze. 130. This is an immense tally. And if she gets this, she goes up into the silver medal. It is a 5-way battle for the medals suddenly. To break the America's record of Berta Fernandez, which was matched by Amalia Perez. What a competition. Mariana D'Andrea, who's been in America's record-breaking form this week. Maria Costa de Castro fancies a bit of it herself. 130, struggling. It's always worth a go. It's always worth a go. She couldn't complete the press, and it had to be 130 because 129 is silver and bronze right now.
And she just gets stuck. Beautiful, beautiful coming down, great on the chest. She comes off the chest and just gets stuck just below the halfway mark. Really great competition for this young lady. As you said, she just burst on the scene, and what a career she's had up until now and will continue to have.
Yeah, she's brand new. Her first World Championship, and Maria Costa de Castro finishes 5th. It was a humongous ask, and yet if she got it, would have been a new America's record and up into silver. Didn't happen. Now, everything from here on in is a challenge for gold. Tan Yu Zhao leads on 132. This from Liao Liei is for 133, the woman who finished 4th and just outside the medals in the last World Championships. The Asia Oceania silver medalist last year in Pyeongtaek.
And as always, very methodical, goes to the same side of the bench, sits in the same spot, gets strapped in the same way, collects herself in the same manner. These are the traits of an excellent competitor. Wow.
Well, Liao Liei, when you think about it, she's only come through in the last 2 years, made her debut within the last 24 months, had those World Championships. Costa de Castro coming in the last 11 months. So Liao Liei, 133 to go into the gold medal position. She's going for broke, good heavens. Look at that press. So strong. Liao Liei has done it. She leads. She goes into the gold medal position in the final round. Extraordinary. Having missed in round 2.
And she got the one red light because it was a little fast on the chest, but in the end, you have to get 2 white, and she got 2 white, and she was about to leave her sneaker. That was just amazing. Look at this. A little fast off, and away she goes, just drives it. There was no hesitation once she left that chest that she was going to lock this out. That is unreal. So strong.
Important point. 133 from Li Liao means that if she is overtaken, she is entitled to a power lift as well, which would be an attempt for her on the world record. Berta Fernandez with an attempt on her new America's record in the previous round, 129. She is 45. She's the Pan Am and America's champion. It's only her 2nd World Championship. She's not been in the Paralympic Games before. Jefferson, who came over from Brazil to be the national team coach in the past year or two, has got a great set of athletes going. This is for a Legends World Record as well. It is for an America's record as well. Perez at the moment is looking at 133 as well. Now, Liao Lie 133, gold. Fernandez aiming for 133. This would be for silver, but if she gets it, she can aim higher in the powerlift. So Fernandez for 133 for another new America's record, and she's pushing up, and the spotters have helped it on the way, and that's where it ends for her in terms of the lifts, but she is in the bronze medal position, and for now she has the America's record. She won't forget this day in a hurry.
And you see on the right side, she's just weaker, and she tries to catch up and stops on the left side, and then she starts to get stuck. But wow, what a valiant effort. Such a very strong woman. Wow.
The emotion is exceptionally palpable.
And when you're lifting weights like this in the third round, you are going to get fatigued. But those that can dig this deep and get this going, it is just simply unreal.
Malia Perez, the four-time world, four-time Paralympic champion, four-time Pan Am champion. She too now is going for a new America's record outright and Legends World record, and she's going again for 133, which again would keep Liao Lie in the lead, but if Perez does get this, she is entitled to a power lift if she feels up to it. In 2019, in Astana, she didn't register a mark. She's won 2 of the last 3 world titles otherwise. World champion for the first time in 1998.
And as the website says, this is truly a test of upper body strength. And boy, is this bodyweight class showing us today, and the ones prior have as well. Unreal.
133 for Perez, so this to match Liao Lie. This to go into the silver medal position. This for a new America's and Legends World record, and whisk it away from Berta Fernandez again, who would have held it for about 20 minutes. An amazing competition that has seen the defending champion Lucio Gique finish 6th. This has been a really, really hot final. And Perez, as usual, using every second. 133 for a new America's record, and she's got the press up. Now, did she keep it clean enough? No, 2-1 against. Only 2-1 against.
Yeah.
Close run thing.
When you look at the replay, you're going to see she comes down beautifully, holds it tight on the way up. The right side just extends so much faster than the left. There, that is a press sequence issue, without a doubt.
Lift challenge coming from Perez. So there's a lot at stake of this. This is a 9th world championship. If she doesn't get it, she finishes 4th, and it would be only the 2nd world championship in which she doesn't get a medal. So we wait. It was 2-1 against, and it has been rejected. She does not get it, and Amalia Perez finishes in 4th position, having equaled the new America's record of Berta Fernandez. Extraordinary again. Perez 4, Fernandez 3, and now 1 lift to go in regulation. Remembering that Liao Lie can get a power lift to aim for the world record, which does go towards the medals for the first time at a world championships. This was the rejection. This was the lift by Perez.
Look at the right side. Just locks out before the left. That was a good call, no lift. Nice try, though.
She did get it raised, but just not cleanly enough. And the interesting thing is, it was the right-hand side referee who gave the thumbs up, which is the same angle that we have. So now, in the silver medal position, Tan Yu Zhao. She won silver at the last World Championships behind Lucia Giquet. Before that, golds at 3 World Championships in a row. She's won gold at the last 2 Paralympic Games, gold at the last 2 Asian Games, gold at the last 3 Asia Oceania Championships, but she does not have gold yet here. Right now it is silver, and she needs to get this lift to go into top spot, and Liao Liai can respond with a powerlift attempt if she wishes. Tan Yu Zhao, the world record holder, going for gold. The 5-time global champion, and 1 lift for a 6th. For a 4th world title, it's Tan Yu Zhao. And she's got the press. Tan Yu Zhao goes for gold. And Tan Yu Zhao gets the gold by 1 kilo ahead of Liao Liai in one of the most astounding and highest quality finals we've ever seen. And it may not be done yet. They may both go for the powerlift and try and break the world record and get the gold. But for now, Tan is the world champion again.
That was just beautiful. Down straight, nice stop on the chest, drives it straight up. She was not going to be denied. Nice wide grip, just phenomenal, just phenomenal.
For certain, Berta Fernandez has the bronze, Amalia Perez the 4th place position. So now again we have to wait for Liao Liai to see if she will continue. It is her choice. And Tan Yu Zhao wins it, 134. Liao Liai, 133. And Berta Fernandez gets the bronze and the America's record, 129. Amalia Perez also 129, equaling the new America's record and Legends World Record as well. Total lift, Tan wins that, 394. Trospolitova, the silver in the total, 352. And Kim Hyung-hui gets the total bronze, 315. Berta Fernandez also wins the Legends Gold, Perez the silver, and Giquet the bronze. And in terms of the Legends total, this is going to take ages to work out. Kim wins the Legends lift, as well as the total bronze. She wins the Legends total, just to clarify. And the Legends silver will be Fernandez, and the Legends bronze will be Perez. That was one of the most incredible and dramatic finals I think we have ever seen at a World Championship. The victory ceremony is coming. What a final. Really, what a final. This women's 67 kilo decider has not given us a world record. It's not given us the heaviest lift of all time, but it has been wide open until the very end, where 5 were going for the medals, 3 for America's records in the last round, and where the defending champion ended up finishing in 6th. A confluence of major champions. It is His Excellency Tani Juna, the LOC chairman for the Powerlifting World Championships Dubai 2023, presenting the medals, and Berta Fernandez gets a new America's record of 129, and she gets the bronze medal for Colombia, breaking the record she did of Amalia Perez, who finished in 4th place. Liao Liei gets the World Championship silver, lifting 133.
And your gold medalist from China,
And the champion again. She regains her title after finishing 2nd to Lucia Gique 2 years ago. Her 4th world title, having claimed her first in Dubai in 2014. 4 world golds and 1 silver for Tan Yuzhao. And she gets the victory for China. There will be a take 2 in a moment. They're just running around the back trying to find a Chinese flag. They will find it.
And now, the anthem for the gold medalist from
So
China.
Tan Yuzhao wins again for China. I'm not going to tell you what's happened, but you can guess what's happened. Anyway, Tan Yuzhao is our winner, and we will hear that anthem in full eventually, even if we all have to sing it ourselves. Because they have to find 2 Chinese flags now.
And now, your representative anthem for the gold medalist from China.
A truly great and memorable final, where limits were definitely pushed. So many lifetime bests and a couple of new names burst through. We had a European record as well in Group B. How good was that final? I've got to tell you, I can't recall ever seeing that before. Shirokalava, European record 125. So Tan gets the gold, Liao the silver, Berta Fernandez the bronze, and in terms of the total lift, gold to Tan, Tospurtova in 2nd place, and it was Kim in 3rd. In 20 minutes time, the men's 59 kilo final, which will be on with you soon.